Alright, so today I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the Wuben H4 headlamp. This is a try it before you buy it, not even out. This is a pre-production version of their headlamp. It's not into production yet, it's not out for sale. Let's check it out, see if it's good, see if it's bad. You're going to get on the roster for one. Alright, so as I said, this came to me. It's actually listed on here, pre-production sample for testing and review only. Final product may have design or performance adjustments. We'll jump in and take a look at it. I know this is probably not going to be the final version of this light, but let's check out the H4. Now, one thing that immediately sticks out to me, look how thick this headlamp is. It's probably an inch and a half thick, if I had to guess. Like it's pretty bulky, surprisingly bulky. Not that heavy, definitely not that light either. It's pretty substantial, and I think some of that is going to be some of the functionality they're trying to build into here, where some of that weight's coming from. You can see it's an easy tilt down, like this kind of a graduated, like it clicks and locks into place at each one of these settings. I can definitely appreciate that piece of it. Ugly. Feels comfortable enough. It is a bit heavy. Feel almost like a miner, like the old school miners with the big headlamps off the front of it. One thing I do not like about it, I can see the headlamp. Even if it's up kind of high on my head, I can see it out in front of there, which is a little bit distracting. But it does have a nice feel to it. So we've got a typical 2-button design up here. And they're textured, which I can definitely appreciate. The spotlight's going to be these little multiple dimples over here, while the floodlight is this little round button here. So I do like the fact that they do feel different in the hands. That makes it a little easier to kind of keep straight in my head which is which. On the band itself, as you can see, it's just a clip-in approach. I don't know if it's going to show up here or not. You can kind of see that sheen up through here. It's like kind of rubberized backing on the elastic band to help keep it from slipping once on your head, which I can definitely appreciate that. Now, this light is rechargeable, USB rechargeable. Now, to get to that, though, open it up back here. That opens up this battery compartment, and then the charge port is back here on the back side. The battery, you can see it will take 3 AAA batteries in here in replacement for this this rechargeable battery. Turning the charge port straight over like that, snapping it back in, closing it up, rolling it back. Now, it would be nice if we were able to recharge that from outside of here without having to open it up and take the battery out each time. That would definitely be an added benefit to this. Here, let's take a look at some of the features here of it. Alright, so let's look at the lighting here real fast. Alright, so it is published that for the floodlight, which is going to be this one right here, it's this little round button, so that's going to be this one over here on the side. It's going to come in a low, medium, and high on the coloration. And the low is going to be 15 lumens, medium is going to be 150, and the high is going to be 300. And then when we move over to the spotlight here, same thing, it's going to be 15, 150, and 300. It's going to be that light there. And then there's a turbo that also is going to take it up, the entire thing up to 800 lumens. To cycle through those, once you do a single click, it's going to push and hold, and it's going to cycle through the individual colors. Same thing on the other side, push, hold, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so the floodlight load, right now their paperwork says 3 hours, but that has to be a typo because the paperwork also says for the low over here it's 33 hours. Medium is listed at 5 and 5, and high is listed at 3 and 3. I think this is supposed to be 33 on the low as well. I think that's a typo inside their documentation. Now, this does also have a red light function. I'm just going to push and hold for the red light function. You guys notice that with that second push, I brought up the strobing function. I'll also go do an SOS. or we can just come back to the solid red. Back to the strobe. We want to turn this off. We just do a long push on that. It's going to bring us back to the white, or if it's turned off, we could just come back and hit this. So I'm going to turn on the spotlight here, and you're not going to see it because the light's so bright, but there's a little bit of blue light down here. So I'm going to turn this on. Blue light lets me know what the power charge is, and then I'm going to push both buttons at the same time, and I'm waiting to see that little blue light down there flick on and off. And it's going to pulse, and when you do, it's turning on a motion detector that will turn your lamp on and off. And I have a feeling that is why this light is so bulky, is the mechanism to do that. I don't know when I would potentially use this, but it's kind of a neat function. See if we'll do it with this one. Turn the spotlight on, turn the floodlight on. Oh, okay, so it does it with the floodlight too. It's kind of neat. Push it both again to turn that off. The build quality of this feels very sturdy. I have no clue whatsoever, since this is pre-production, what the price is going to be of it. If I had to point out negatives, the big one's going to be the thickness of it. This thing is substantial across here. Weight's a bit higher than what I would like. I would love it if you could come in here and actually move the charger for this outside somewhere so that it was a little more accessible, so that I don't have to take this thing apart each time I decide to charge it. I've had lights like that before, and they typically have a tendency to wear out. Usually I start breaking this clamp off, or just the door in general has a tendency to start coming apart. That's been on other lights. Can't say this one's going to do the same thing, but other ones I've had in the past have. Yeah, not a bad start on it. Pre-production, guys. For if you are going to take any advice whatsoever, I focus on those couple areas. Try to make this thing a little bit thinner. Get that charger port outside. Both of those will be a step in the right direction. All right, so let's take this thing outside and see how it looks in the dark.
Low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. Sorry, the horse is like freaking me out back here. He's messing around with me. Let's turn the flood on. It's nice and wide. Low, medium, high on it. This is the red light. Actually the red light reaches out there pretty good ways. I'm actually pretty pleased with it. Usually red light doesn't propagate that far. Yeah, they actually did a pretty good job with that red light. That reaches out there much further than expected. All right, so I'm actually pretty pleased with that.
I'll see what they're trying to do with this headlamp. I think it's a good stab at a good beginning here with it. I do think they've got some room for improvement on here, especially with some of the other options that they've got out there that are just really stellar lights. This one, I think, still has a little bit of room for improvement on it. But regardless, giving you guys a head start on this, I'm sure they're going to make improvements to it. You should be on the lookout for it, and we'll see if they make this thing better.